Thank you very much. I see and I hear and I listen very, very carefully because I understand. I understand because I'm in the future. And we're talking about the future is here. She tapped a little bit on the issues of the fourth industrial revolution and technology. Now, the future is scary. The future is strong. The future has opportunities for Africa. But how do we unpack these energies for Africa and these opportunities for Africa? You see, what we used to call typing in the past, people used to go learn typing, right? Is typing now something that you learn? No, because it's part of your life, right? So, what is the future looking like? What is this language of the future? It's called coding and programming. If your child already now is not learning how to program and how to code, that means they won't be taking advantage of what the future is. That means that they won't be the winner of the fourth industrial revolution, in the fourth industrial revolution. Now let me take you 2 steps backwards. I have just launched a digital bank, the first 100% black-owned digital bank in Africa, because I understand. Not because of anything else, because I understand. They've been talking about the first black-owned bank in Africa. I have just launched that. The opportunity did not come because I think I'm smarter than everyone else. The opportunity came because I got exposed to what it takes to be able to launch the first digital bank in Africa. Now, exposure is extremely important because the lady just told you now, the MC Uguti, you must go to Geneva. That thing is called exposure. We take our guys who own lodges, guys who own travel agencies, we take them to pavilions all over the world. But it was so sad when I was speaking at the Web Summit in Portugal to see that there was 4% attendance by Africa in this summit. It's the biggest digital summit in the world, but there was only 4% attendance by Africa, not even by South Africa. There was 46 attendance by Europe. There was 18% attendance by Americas. There was another 30% attendance by the East. Now, we should be worried as Africans. And yet, this is the biggest opportunity for us to take advantage of. Because the fourth industrial revolution allows us only one thing and only one thing also. It allows us to tap into a market without having to own the product. I want you to listen to me very carefully. Does Uber own any product? Does BNP own any product? I'm getting somewhere, right? Why do we have to be in manufacturing when there's so much produced in the world? The world is going to robotics. BMW is producing cars now faster than ever before because they're using robotics and artificial intelligence. I want you to listen to me very carefully here. Now, that means that if you've got a mundane job, you're going to lose your job because you will be replaced by a robot. Nedbank has just invested 2 billion rands in robotics and technology. So in the next 2 years, they'll be replacing 3,000 jobs with artificial intelligence and robotics in the next 2 years. So all those guys who are tellers there, who are advisors, who are picking up call center, you are going to lose your jobs because robots don't get sick. Robots don't take holidays. Robots work 24 hours a day. Their asset management division already has got robotic advisors. That means you call the asset management division of Nedbank. It's a robot that's speaking to you, not a person. And they'll give you exactly what you need to know. They don't forget. You forget. You get given a script to read so that you can answer the client, but you forget. I want you to watch out here. You see, what's going to happen in the near future is that artificial intelligence is a reality. It's such a bad reality that scripting is going to be the future and coding becomes your English of the day. I'm going to say some few things that will shock you because I'm attending Viva Technology in Paris on the 14th of May. I'm speaking there. That's where the best digital minds are in the world. I was at the Pay Expo Europe in London in November. The payment technologies are at another world because through my bank, I have to use the payment technologies. Now here you are meeting the best of the best minds and you are able to see the future. That's why my group is called The Future is Here, because I can see the future very, very well. Now it's very, very important that the future workforce becomes a different animal altogether. Now let me explain to you what a future workforce looks like. A future workforce is not a person who's going to look for a job, but a future workforce is a person who creates work. That means that if you're going to ask for a CV and send a CV, that's not the future. The future has got no CVs. The future creates a workforce that creates work. Let me explain. I know it sounds very complicated, the way I'm saying it. Now, a workforce that creates work, it means that because you will be replaced by a robot, it means that you have to then create work that's aligned to facilitating between the buyer and the seller. Or you have to be work yourself. Let me explain it further. Let me make an example of a DJ. A DJ does a DJ work for someone? No, right? But a DJ can play for you, right? When you want them to come play for you and you pay them. But a DJ can also create his own party and then get people to come listen to him play. So that means that you are a workforce that even if someone does not employ you, you are able to still survive because you also create work yourself. Because there are so many jobs that are going to be lost in the next 3 years, it's scary. The next 5 years are going to be so advanced and so fast-paced. There will be more technological advancement in the next 5 years, more than 50 years, more than the last 50 years. I want you to think about it. There will be more technological advancement in the next 5 years than has been in the last 50 years. And every revolution in the world creates huge job losses. Let's start with the steam power. With the steam power revolution, the people who used to carry and drive and take trucks and move goods were all fired as soon as the trains came onto the picture. The second revolution, as soon as they discovered electricity, there was mass production. That means they eliminated more humans and started using electricity to do mass production. The third revolution, computing. There was a movie that they did in the US about some women in NASA, where those ladies lost their jobs because that lady was called a computer. But the minute the computers came into the picture, they were all fired. Now, the fourth industrial revolution is even more dangerous because now humans are being replaced It's more dangerous. That means that you've got to be in that space and see how you become a part of that space. Because in the fourth industrial revolution, there'll be losers and winners. Now, you don't want to be a loser. Now, let me give you a scenario now of how you can be a winner. Remember, I explained to you the issue of understanding a market. Now, we have missed out on the first industrial revolution. We've missed out on the second industrial revolution as Africans. We've missed out on the third one because the IBMs were the winners. Your Microsofts were the winners. All of those guys were the winners. But the fourth industrial revolution has got the biggest opportunity in the world for Africa. And I've tapped into it myself already. The fourth industrial revolution only wants you to own one thing and one thing only. It requires you to own a market. Very, very important. Uber does not own the cars, but through technology, they own a market. That means that they have a database, what you call big data. In fancy terms, they call it big data. So that big data must then work for you. Now, that means that you've got access to a market that they don't have. That means even you, wherever you are, you have to start now going to your communities and acquiring data. That means that acquiring the access to the market. Now, and then convert that access to the market using a technology platform. Then you will see how most of these organizations will start coming for you because you're making it easier for them to take their products to a market. That's the secret here. And that's the power of the fourth industrial revolution. The power of the fourth industrial revolution is not about you working and using your physical being. It's about you being part of a digital economy and the knowledge economy. I want you to listen to me very carefully here. If you don't own your market, someone in Japan, someone in China will come and know everyone in your community using technology. And they'll have access to all of them, and suddenly, all the products that were being sold in your community will be bought via this little. This is a supercomputer, this little thing here. Everything will be bought via this little thing. And everything will be delivered within a space of 7 days. And it will be in your doorstep. So the future is that goods and services are going to move all over the world. That means you can buy from someone sitting in Switzerland, and it will arrive at your doorstep in 7 days without you leaving your house. Now, do you want the world to come into your own community and sell things because you're not taking advantage of the fourth industrial revolution? I want you now to listen very carefully to me. So next month, I'm launching. Not only did I launch a digital bank, I'm not going to own a bank. What do I know about banks? I'm Lebo Gunguluza. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't know anything about banking. But one thing I know about the youth market of Africa. So, I need to capture as many youth in Africa as possible so that they have a better banking experience. And then I go negotiate with a bricks and mortar bank with old legacy technologies. I bring them the fastest banking experience and enriching a market that they want so badly. Now, they will use their bricks and mortar to manage the service. Just like the taxi drivers use these bricks and mortar to transport people to wherever they go. But Taxify and Uber collect the money and they give them a cut, right? So with my bank, I will collect the money and I will give the bank their cut. But the question is, do I own a bank? Definitely I do. Does Vodacom own any phones? They don't, but they sell phones, right? You get a Vodacom branded, you get a cell phone written Vodacom, right? Why should you own a product when the fourth industrial revolution is giving you an opportunity to use technology to own a market? Why? And that's the future. Now, I'm launching next month a platform for Africa where Africa can trade within itself. Just like Alibaba. I'm going to compete with Alibaba. Who knows Alibaba here? Jack Ma. Yes, I'm creating the first African platform like Alibaba for Africans. So that Africa's economy can grow by Africans trading with each other, selling to each other, and Africans selling to the world. Are those products mine? No. But I'm creating a platform for commerce and e-commerce to work using technology. Now, let me summarize the future for you so that you understand the future. So as I close off. The future is like this. Most Africans and most people in the world with cheaper access to mobile devices. That's a reality. Devices now are going for $600-700 and you can do anything on that device. Most will access what you call Wi-Fi and 5G, which is coming up just now. You will access to easy Wi-Fi. Wherever you are, you'll have access because technology and fibers are being connected so fast. You'll have access anyway. So I'm not panicking about Wi-Fi and everything. The only thing I can panic on with government is that government try and put Wi-Fi in recreation centers in the townships so that our people can access information quicker and be able to participate in the fourth industrial revolution. The third one is that most data will be on the cloud. So most of your information, some of your information, you don't even know where it is in the world now. You don't know where they're sitting in China. You send WhatsApps, whatever. You don't even, your videos, you don't even know where they're sitting. All you know is that your video is somewhere. It could be a dangerous video, but you don't even have a clue where it is. You know what I'm talking about. Most will transact via mobile. That means this is your shop. That's the bottom line. It doesn't matter how you look at it. It's going to be a shop. Most physical cards will go digital. You won't carry physical cards anymore. To swipe, you'll be swiping via your phone. So with the bank that we're launching, you're going to swap via your phone. I'm just going to go through this very quickly. The entire customer experience will be digital. Most people will work from home. You won't be working from your office anymore because you've got everything in the home. Global communications will get smarter. Your WhatsApps will become better than ever before. Most physical stores will shut down. So if you've got a physical store like what do you call these stores that you call them, a video store, people are using Netflix. That's going to go away. So if you've got a physical store and you're planning a physical store, you better start to bring up an online store. That's going to go away. So logistics and freight solutions will start thriving. And then most workforce will be replaced by AI. I've already explained that. Job opportunities will go. Africa will no longer be isolated. The fourth industrial revolution will become bigger than ever before. And now, the global market will be more accessible than ever before. That's my closing remark. The global market will be accessible than ever before. Now, it's your choice. Do you want to be stuck in this future? Or do you want to be stuck in the future? Do you want to be the one who complains and say, I didn't see it coming? Or do you want to be the one who says, this is the greatest thing that has ever happened in my life? You can build anything. I've just built a bank, and I knew nothing about banking. I thank you.